The Launch Club can confirm that a 37 years old Nigerian lady is facing life in prison. Gbemisola Akinyode is a single mother of a 9 years old child. The child in question is her only child. She named this child Oluwasakemi. This mom in July this year, one fateful day, Gbemisola has been caring for this child alone. She went to work. She worked in a factory in Texas. On this fateful day when Gbemisola was going to work, she arrived at work at 5:45 a.m. in the morning. When she arrived at work, she brought her only child with her to work. When she got to work, she left the child inside her car. Left the child inside the car. Inside the car, where she left this child with water, food, ice cube, rechargeable fan, and she lowered the rear view mirror of the car. She turned it down a little bit. She left this 9 years old child inside her car, and she went into where she worked around 5:45 a.m. that morning. Gbemisola did not come back to check on the 9 years old child. She was at work. She had break, but she did not come out to check this child. By the time Gbemisola came out of work, she looked at her child. Her child was unresponsive and looked blue. Gbemisola was shocked. She was shocked that this child was looking pale and blue. Good afternoon. Frank is my name if you're coming across my face for the first time. On this channel, we share stories about immigrant lived experiences in the diaspora to inform and educate our audience. Let me know what your views are as we dive into the story of Gbemisola. Some people are saying that this woman, she deserves to go in for a long time. While some people are saying that there are factors that could be at play here, that a mother who had support would not have done what Gbemisola has been accused of doing. Let me know what your views are as we share this story with you today. By the time Gbemisola noticed that her child was unresponsive by the time she finished her work, she immediately called the emergency services. When she called the emergency services, she told them that her child was unwell. She did not tell the emergency services that she left this child inside the car from 5:45 a.m. in the morning. She did not give the emergency services the full story. By the time the emergency services tried to resuscitate this young child, the child died there. When the child died, Gbemisola was suspected, but the authorities did not have enough evidence to be able to prosecute Gbemisola. The authority then ordered an autopsy. By the time the autopsy came out, it shows that this child died from heart stroke caused by hypothermia. This young child, Oluwasakemi, was left in the car for up to 9 hours. The autopsy showed that the cause is not a natural cause. That this is the way the mom left this child. That is why this child died. Gbemisola was therefore arrested and facing prosecution, accused of killing her child. Now, Gbemisola, this child report later emerged that Gbemisola, before she actually left this child in the car that day, she gave this child a medication called melatonin. For those who do not know, melatonin is a sleeping medicine. She gave this child sleeping medicine, and she gave this child so that the child would fall asleep. When Gbemisola was accused that, why did you have to leave your only child inside the car for 9 hours in the weather in Texas on that day? The weather was reported to be almost 40-degree sunset. 40-degree sunset, for those watching me in Nigeria, is like living in Meduguri or Sokoto State in Nigeria. That is the weather that day. The child was left there, and inside the child, she only left water, ice cube, rechargeable foam, and lower the rear view mirror. The woman said, oh, I did not have money. That is to pay for childcare. This is the only way. I was waiting to receive my paycheck so that I can pay. Later emerged that Gbemisola has been doing this thing for many. She has been doing it for several times. She's brought this child to work with her, and she's left the child inside the car. When Gbemisola said she didn't have money, her employer came forward and said, no, we gave you money to pay for childcare. So money is not the main reason why you left this child inside car alone. Now, Gbemisola, it has been reported that she has been giving this child sleeping medicine several times. Whenever she's going to work and she wants this child to stay in the car, she will give this child sleeping medication and leave the child there. I want you, as you're watching me now, just imagine that you are a 9-year-old child. Your parent left you inside the car, left you for 9 hours. They left food inside the car with water, ice cube, rechargeable fan, and they lowered the rear view mirror, and the weather that day is almost 40-degree Fahrenheit. What do you think that the child will be going through on that day? As we are speaking now, Gbemisola has the Harris County in Houston, Texas. They are now charging Gbemisola with medical. The medical team have now charging her with hypothermia, and they've said that she is responsible for the death of her child. And the authorities have said very clear to Gbemisola that, look, this is a very serious case. This is not the first time. You've done this thing several times. Gbemisola's case remind me of another Nigerian lady who is a nurse who left her 8-week-old baby inside the house when she went to work. She went to 12-hour shift and the child was left at home. By the time mom came back, the child was gone. And this same thing applies in the case of Gbemisola. Now, this issue raises a lot of questions that we in the diaspora need to ask ourselves and reflect on it. What is our priority? If you're chasing money to the point where the most important thing in your life, a child that you name Oluwasakemi, which means God has blessed me, and the child that you then say, God has blessed me, you left that blessed child inside car for 9 hours, and the weather that day was unbearable, and you were giving this child melatonin, and you were supported by your employer with money to pay for childcare, and you probably thought that paying for childcare is not the right thing when you can use the money to buy a house or invest in something back home. And because of that, now these two ladies, in the case of this lady, she's currently serving jail. And in the case of our sister Gbemisola, if she is found guilty for what she has been accused for, she will be going to jail for a long time. And a lot of people are saying that we need to reflect and ask ourselves again, what is our priority? Now, the likely outcome of this case, even if Gbemisola was found not guilty, according to Texas Penal Code Section 1902, murder constitutes criminal homicide that involves intentional killing someone, accidental killing someone, while acting recklessly or committing a felony that results in someone's death. Murder is punishable as a first-degree felony with a penalty ranging from 5 to 99 years in prison or life in prison. However, if the defendant proved that the death occurred under the immediate influence of sudden passion arising from adequate cause, the offense becomes a second-degree felony with a maximum prison term of 20 years. So even if Gbemisola was not found guilty for first-degree murder, she was found guilty for second-degree murder, she will still spend a minimum of 20 years in jail. She is 36 years old now, and can you imagine what the future holds? The most important thing for her, a child, is gone. Only God knows the pain that this child went through before the child died. The fact that this child was boiling inside that car, probably crying, asking, where is my mom? Crying for help. There was nobody that could come in to save this child. May God bless this child's soul. The child has gone to rest. Hopefully, the child is not going to be worried about somebody giving the child sleeping medicine just for the child to sleep while the mom goes to work. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. If you are a man, you have a child, and you're not involved in the child's life, you need to step up, because a lot of people are asking, in the case of these two ladies, where are their fathers? Were their fathers aware of what was going on? Did their father take responsibility, or was it a case that these women chose not to involve the father? We all need to reflect on this case. The sad reality is that two women who, despite what happened, love their children. They are going to spend a long time in jail, and two innocent children who should not have died, they have sadly died. If you know anyone that you think will benefit from this video, kindly give it a like, share. If you see any value, give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all our social media